let's open it up for questions for Coach Painter. Whoever's ready.
Matt, you talked the other day about needing more grit at both ends of the floor. How did Grady Eifert play into that tonight?
Yeah, he's, does a lot of little things. Obviously, he made a big three there late in the game. But, just his ability to switch ball screens, know what's going on, have a feel, for what we want to do and what we're trying to do from an offensive standpoint. He came up big tonight for us.
Just the 22-1 run, I think it was in the first half. What changed there that you're able to take control of the game?
We started passing it to ourselves instead of Ohio State. So had a lot of turnovers in that first 6-7 minutes, just poor decisions and forced threes. And everybody came out and took a bad three to start the game, and we turned the basketball over and just started sharing the basketball. We generated some offense off our defense, but it was nothing more than just executing and passing to the open man and knocking down some shots. We should have been in a better situation going into halftime than we were. Obviously, we turned the basketball over, and they get a breakaway late, they get fouled, and they don't make it, and then we turn the ball over again, and they hit a half court. We should have had anywhere from 15 to 18 and a half. Instead we're at 10, and now they shoot the ball well in the second half and make a lot of threes, and they had a really good stretch and made it a game. Their ability to close out the half the way they did really put them in a better position. But I think we allowed that also.
What concerned you about Ohio State? It seemed like you were able to limit Caleb Wesson so much that they got some contributions from some guys that haven't much.
Well, yeah, it's kind of twofold. We've had a lot of big guys at our place, and so you kind of go back and forth. But obviously, he didn't get a good whistle tonight, and you could say we were fortunate for that, but we couldn't stop him in the second half. When they went small and made all those shots, we were in a tough spot. And I thought our defense at times was pretty good, and other times, we just kind of let them triple threat us and shoot right on us. But Caleb Wesson's a really good player, and we were just trying to double him whenever he got the basketball. And we knew if we didn't get a good quick double, he was a good passer also, and he could find people. So we just wanted to try to get him out of rhythm, not let him get going. And we were fortunate, he got a couple tough calls.
Did you see anything from, I guess, an intangible standpoint from your team in terms of them being able to withstand that run in the second half where Ohio State's making every shot?
Yeah, sure. Anytime, teams are able to make those shots and, you're having a tough time making decisions on your own, being able to, make free throws, make a couple, timely threes, and get some stops. We had a lot of stops in the last 5 minutes of the game, but we didn't have a lot of stops in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
Coach, what's your biggest takeaway from the game, and what is something you think you guys can improve on the most going forward?
Yeah, well, we had in conference play, we had the fewest amount of turnovers in conference play coming in here, and we turned the basketball over a lot. So I would say that. I would say being able to execute on offense and get quality shots, and not turn the basketball over. So, but anytime you can win a road game, we haven't had a lot of success, in Columbus, and this is a tough place to play, and they've obviously had a great program for a long time. So this was a big win for us.
There was the 0 for 7 start, and I think almost all those were jump shots, and then obviously all the turnovers. Did you see all that kind of playing in together in terms of an offensive approach that was off tonight, or?
No, just guys taking bad shots, throwing the ball to the other team. You got to ask them that, And so it's the one thing. It's a downside of freedom, You get freedom to make decisions and make plays, and then if you just want to take quick shots and you're going to be on the road, you're going to get beat. We were very lucky they didn't play well to start the game. Very lucky. We could have easily been down 10 to 15 points right off the bat, and then had to battle the rest of the game. So we were fortunate that they turned the ball over too.
You've had ups and downs in the Big Ten over your career. Ohio State's going through a tough spot right now. What, in your experience, what does it take to get out of something like a significant losing streak in conference, especially in a year when the league's as tough as it is?
It's hard. It's difficult because I think each game something different will pop up when you're going through tough times. Like all of a sudden, like the next game you don't turn the ball over, then you don't rebound. And the next game you'll rebound, then you turn the basketball over. And then you shore up both of them and you don't make your free throws. And so it just feels like there's always something else. It's just kind of collectively, coming together as a team and just finding a way. Because right as you can get a win, now you can build off of that. And now you can gain some confidence, especially with young guys. Because when young guys struggle versus older guys, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different because they play through their scoring more, they play through their shooting and things of that nature. You gotta be able to play. We've been in that situation before. We've had good big guys that have been such a huge part of what we do.
Yeah.
And then when they leave the game and they get bad calls, it's frustrating because that's such a big piece of what you do. And it's really hard to do.
You mentioned sharing the basketball earlier. Obviously, it seemed like when you did do that well, you got scoring from just about
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's a hell of a concept.
Right.
Yeah.
My question just was, how important was it that when guys had the opportunity?
Yeah,
to
like,
get shots?
we've had such success and such failure, and just on the same topic, and it comes and goes with us. That's what's frustrating, I think, for guys on our team and myself, our coaches, is that you want guys to be aggressive, you want them to be out there looking for their opportunities, but when they're not there, you gotta move the basketball, and you gotta move your body, and you gotta probe the defense. And I always talk about, a good offense is patiently aggressive. If they're gonna give us stuff, we're gonna take it, but if they're not, then we're gonna be patient and move the basketball. But it doesn't mean we're methodical, and it doesn't mean we're deliberate. You gotta cut hard, and you gotta open things up for other people, because you're cutting hard and set legal screens, and, we're just beating ourselves at times tonight. But then once we would kind of get into a 3 to 4 minute stretch, we'd be really good, and then we'd revert back. So obviously we had more positives than negatives, and we're fortunate to win.
It can probably get lost in the outcome, but you got a couple of big shots during the first half run from Eric Hunter.
Yeah.
Where do you kind of feel like he is right now from his comfort and confidence?
Well, that's great. It's great for him. It's hard. And I always tell you guys, it's hard to be consistent. We don't get consistent minutes. We all want someone to be consistent. They play 10 to 15 minutes, and it's really hard to do. So one thing he's gonna do for us, he's gonna score. He just is. He might not right now, because he only gets about 10 to 12 minutes a game. But it was good to see him get to the basket, make a play, and then make that three. And hopefully just keep building on it and be confident.
Matt Arms hadn't been to the free throw line in, I think, 3 games, and now he goes 5 for 5. Is that still an area where you think he can have a big contribution as far as drawing that kind of presence?
You'd like to think so. Him making that baseline jump shot, is probably good for his confidence, and then, just being confident at the line and, sticking with his routine and knocking down his free throws.
Is there anything else?
Thank you.